All right, my people, welcome back again to my channel. Today we're making black soup, or you can also say black pepper soup because I skipped some ingredient to make it different. So for this recipe, we'll be using different type of leaves that have been blended into powder form. We have the scent leaf, the black leaf, the oziza leaf, the dawa dawa leaf. For my Nigerian people, you know what I just said. You understand those leaves. So for this recipe, we'll be using fresh catfish and mackerel. It's gonna be a very quick and easy recipe because the leaves has already been blended. Because otherwise, that would have been the difficult part because you have to blend it again, like blend it so that you can have a smooth one. But since already in powder form, I just took spoons from the ones I have, different spoons, and added it and mixed it all together. So for this recipe, I also use um, assorted meat too. I also use some assorted meats like stripes and some other stuff. So if you want to make this soup in a typical Bini way, talking about the Bini tribe, the way we make it back home in Nigeria, you can use the vegetables I just mentioned, which are the leaves I just mentioned, and also fresh palm nut cream. Fresh palm nut cream, you can use that. But if you don't have fresh palm nut cream, like those if you're in America or other part of the world, you can use the canned the canned cream. You know that can also serve the purpose. But I won't be using that for this recipe because I just wanted it to taste like pepper soup. That's the way I wanted it to be. So it's more like black pepper soup, if that makes sense. So other ingredients used were tomato, onion, and pepper. You can use as much pepper that you desire depending on the quantity of the soup that you're making. But this is not too much, it's something small. So blend it all together, then you can add it to the leaves that you already put in the pot. Give it a good stir, mix it very well. Make sure it's properly mixed. It doesn't hurt mixing it. So after that, then you can add your other protein. So like I said, this is the assorted meat I'm using. So you're gonna add it. Then you cover it to cook. But considering the meat has already been cooked, it's not gonna take too long because there's no point cooking it for too long anymore. And also you don't want to overcook it so that the nutrient that is left in the vegetables or the leaves rather don't just disappear. Okay, so now it's boiling real good. You stir it, make sure nothing is stuck at the bottom. Keep stirring it, and it's time to add the fish. So first I'll be adding the mackerel fish. I just like mackerel. If I'm cooking anything, I always like to add mackerel. Is one This one fish that I can use to cook anything. I like other type of fish like tilapia, like catfish. I like those, but I mostly use them for either pepper soup or barbecue. I use it for those type. But mackerel, I use it for any other type of food I like to make. Okay. So now the catfish is in the pot. So you just have to stir it a little bit. Be careful how you stir it because you don't want to overstir it so you don't break the fish. So stir it and make sure the soup is covering every part of the fish. You know, the soup might not necessarily cover it all, but try to make sure that the fish is rubbed properly with the soup. Okay, then you're gonna cover it and let it cook a few minutes. Fish don't take too long to cook. If you leave it for too long, the fish is going to be overcooked, and you don't want that, because then everything is just going to be mushy. So be careful how you stir it. Keep stirring it. Stir it gently. That's what I'm doing now. If you're still here and you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and drop a comment of the soup you would like to see me make. Okay? Or any recipe you think I should try next. Stir it properly, and the soup is almost done. It doesn't take too long. I skipped the part where I added crayfish and some seasoning. All right, that part was skipped for some reason, and I didn't know that part. I didn't notice that. All right, this is the final product, all done. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye.